Welcome to CMAR, everybody. Crypto is my retirement. This is your host, KingHarry III. This is you watching me on my journey to $10 million. If you're watching this today, this is not financial advice. I am certainly not your financial advisor. I'm just on my way to $10 million. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, join my Patreon, join my membership. I have a giveaway coming up. I'm gonna do a video maybe tomorrow displaying the giveaway. It's gonna be absolute crime scene. So what we're talking about today is I did do a video like this a year ago, and it was basically explaining the fourth industrial revolution. This is a video to give you guys vision on where we're heading. I'm bringing up clips that I talked about before, and this is a message to the young investors. I'm starting to realize that a lot of people that is really gravitating to my channel are young people now. Like, a lot of people are going to, there's tons of cryptocurrency influencers. And when people come across my channel, it's funny and they can relate. Like, you know what, he's young, he's funny too. He's not so serious all the time. So I'm watching the traffic go towards my way on my algorithms. So I think it's very important to give a message to these guys, and give some vision to these guys, and just show you where the hell we're about to go on this cryptocurrency journey. So before we get started, let me let you hear what Joe Biden said. Now, this is something that he said not too long ago, State of the Meeting or whatever. This video was shout out to Hold My Art, March 25th, 2021. I seen this live, and I did a whole video like explaining what I did explain now, but we're gonna watch this. Let's check it out.
At stake. Not just in China. Look around the world. We're in the midst of a fourth industrial revolution.
That's right. We're in the midst of a fourth industrial revolution. What is the fourth industrial revolution? Okay, I'm glad you asked, sir. Thank you very much, sir. The fourth industrial revolution conceptualize rapid change in technology industries such as society platforms, processes in the 21st century. So, you know, let's break it down. There's three different type of industrial revolutions that happened before the one that we're in now. The first industrial revolution. The first industrial revolution was between 1760 and 1820. This was the transition from hand production to machines that use steam power and water power. That was in the 1760s to the 1820s. Now, here's the second industrial revolution, also known as the technological revolution. Excuse my pronunciation. That's from 1871 to 1914 that resulted the installations of extensive railroad and telegraph services. So this is when, you know, we had the phone and we have actual railroads. So this is the third industrial revolution right here. This is the late 20th century. This is when we have pretty much computers. This is when we have the actual supercomputers, stuff like that. So let me show you what the fourth industrial revolution really is. The fourth industrial revolution is mobile devices, the Internet of Things, IoT. What's the Internet of Things? That's when your vacuum cleaner, your iRobot communicates with your iHome, your doorbell's communicating with your refrigerator. All these things, the Internet of Things, communicating with each other, consciousness, AI, literally these platforms. So what else do we have? We have smart sensors. What are smart sensors? There's certain doors where you just put your hand like this and the door is open. You can say, "Hey Siri," and all of a sudden he talks to you. Like, smart sensors. You don't have to touchless everything. Touchless doors, touchless, you know, wash your hands, touchless, everything touchless. Imagine door, you just swipe your hand around the door opens. We're heading to that type of thing. And then you have 3D printing, you have Augmented Armory. Shout out to Augmented Armory. We have augmented reality, we have wearables, the Apple Watches. You know, there's a lot of things. And I'm gonna show you some things as well. We have smart factories, we have predictive maintenances. What is predictive maintenance? Predictive maintenance is, imagine having a car and the car lets you know, hey, your starter's gonna go out in the next 30 days or 10 days. Your brakes are gonna go out in the next 15 days. Like, it can predict the maintenance on your car. Instead of saying that you're low on oil, it lets you know, like, hey, we're gonna predict that these things are gonna happen to your car in X amount of time. You have 3D printing. 3D printing is going to be, you know, it's easy. You can basically create anything out of anything. The 3D printed houses, usually the at-home 3D printers are coming in like a microwave box. You put a certain formula with certain, you know, a certain formula that allows you to create whatever you want to create, the dimensions and stuff like that. You also have, I was talking about the smart sensors. You have the architectural and food industries. There are certain industries that, for example, like the orange fields. They have orange fields, orange trees. There's robots that literally drive up and scan the oranges and vacuum the oranges one by one without people actually picking these things. So that's another way that technology is taking over. This is right now what I'm talking about, guys. This is right now. Accelerated transition to the knowledge economy. Let's continue right quick. So I'm going to show you some things as well. This one right here is the first 3D house for sale. Let's just watch this real fast.
Look like toothpaste, but this 3D printing technology is spitting out a 1,900 square foot house. The concrete foundation, interior and exterior walls, and utility conduits. This is the final product.
We're trying to build houses in half the time for half the price.
New York-based SQ4D printed the model home in about 2 days with barely 3 workers, and it's cheap.
Our profits will be higher, and we will be able to show that with more projects that we do.
How do you sell a 3D printed house?
I'd like to think it sells itself.
What is the weirdest thing anybody has ever said to you when they walk into this place?
Oh man, is it plastic?
The company now has the permits to build on this site down the road, the first 3D printed home for sale to the public. 1,500 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, listed at just under $300,000. That's about half the price of a comparable new home in the area.
The offers are in the thousands. We are getting people are seeing the price across the nation and loving that.
It's out layer by layer by layer, 2 inches thick.
Potential buyers like the Johnsons from Kansas City are already lining up.
We've been looking since September of last year. A lot of the homes in the 2 counties are just impossible.
Brand new home for $300,000. And they're going to talk about how it takes them literally less than 4 days to build this entire home. So a guy like myself is in the construction industry. Framing out a house usually takes a nice amount of time. You have weather, you have labor costs, you have wood prices going up, and these things are be able to eliminate all the labor and speed up the time as well. So brand new house, $300,000. Imagine what this is going to do to the housing market. Imagine how this is going to affect when there's houses that are more stable, more sturdy, newer homes, and actually you can actually design it yourself, because with 3D printing you can put your face on the wall. You can do so many different things with 3D printing. So imagine your house is listed for $500,000, because traditionally that's usually what it goes for. But all of a sudden this house down the street is like almost half your price. I probably want to go to that brand new house that's literally brand new, and that's more sturdy, that have concrete walls, for Christ's sake. You feel what I'm saying? So continue watching it.
Possible to find anything at this price.
And this quality.
Quality.
So this is the result, the raw result of 3D printing. It's kind of like concrete corduroy, but if you don't love this look, they can smooth it out for you and make it look just like a regular wall. But for the home builders, this is a real game changer. Right now, they're up against a severe labor shortage, as well as skyrocketing prices for lumber, and both of those are combining to just make their costs really, really difficult right now. So this could address both of those. Back to you guys.
Yeah, Diana, that's
Absolutely. Like I said, the cost of everything. So here's something else as well. This is the warehouse. This is Amazon warehouses. This is people, the robots are now doing the warehouses. The robots are driving trucks. There are self-driving semi-trucks that are driving without the driver. So imagine a truck goes and drive, and the robot comes inside the back of the truck and get the product and move it where it has to go completely without no human being. So this is a full thing. Look, this is an Amazon warehouse. This is 2 years ago. This is 7 years ago. This, as time goes along, man, it's going to be inevitable that the fourth industrial revolution is going to thrive. The next thing is policing, and we have police dogs. Let me see. I know I can pull it up. Put this. Police dog AI New York. This is a real thing right here. Look at this, 11 months ago. they're using the actual doll. Let's click on the scene so you can see it. You know, so this video is just to show the people where we're headed. If you didn't know, okay, whatever you already know, whatever. But this is to show you where we're going.
This before in my life.
Now viral videos show, for lack of a better term, a robot dog joining the human members of the NYPD's response to a domestic dispute inside a NYCHA building in Kips Bay Monday.
I can't believe what I'm seeing. It felt surreal.
344 East 28th Street Tenant Association President Melanie Ocello shot one of those viral videos on her smartphone and compared the scene she witnessed.
And these robots are climbing stairs, but let me tell you the reason why to roll them out. Because they don't want officers getting hurt. They don't want the liability aspect. So if I bring a robot up there and you shoot the robot or you fuck the robot up, that's less damage on people getting hurt. It's less liability for you to sue because like, you know, it's a robot. You don't have to say, well, he did this to me. It's a win-win, to be honest with you. And I think these robots are going to come by storm because companies are going to be like, hey, I'm saving money. I'm saving a lot. And as long as you don't arm these robots with weapons, it's going to be hard to sue these robots because there's pretty much just cameras and they're going to follow you. So here's another thing as well. This is a social credit score. If you don't know, China's actually full with this entire social credit system. The whole country is living off this. This video happened May 2019. Let's just watch a little bit of it, okay? Right here.
I think being ranked is a good thing. A society has to have rules.
It forces us to be well behaved.
It may seem scary, but it's just like that here. We're used to it, and anyway, we don't have a choice.
But in an effort to keep all of its subjects in line, Beijing is taking the system a step further in 2020. It's aggregating data gathered by banks, private companies, and the state to rate if someone's a good or bad citizen.
By using the most data possible, the so-called big data, the system will play an important role in rebuilding a moral society.
The state will go over every detail of a person's life with a fine-tooth comb. Their financial situation, spending habits, career, even behavior on social media. Criticizing the government online or displaying outward signs of wealth is a no-no. On the other hand, praising the party or giving blood increases your social credit.
Another thing as well, so basically, buying beer goes down, buying water, it goes up, talking shit goes down, talking about the government goes down, donating blood goes up, being kind goes up, kindness agenda. Now, this is why I'm in America. I love my country, I love being American. And this is why I put out cringy content. Not just because it's good, because I have the freedom to express. I have the freedom to wake up and say, you know what, we should bring this thought to life. And I go and bring the thought to life. And I think it's very important to embrace our freedoms. Sometimes it's okay to say fuck you. Sometimes it's like, you know what, you're fucking stupid. You know, like that has become a luxury now to check somebody. You know, I'm with the peace. I'm with everything. Because I'm not a violent person, only if I have to. I digress on that. Let's continue watching the video.
Xiaowen Wang is a model citizen. She lives in Nanjing, a testing ground for social ranking. Married with a child, she has a job in a retirement home, no debts, and she wouldn't dream of jaywalking.
As a good citizen, I respect the rules of the road. If I didn't, I'd lose points on my social credit.
In theory, everything can be taken into account in the social score, even the most innocuous errands like supermarket shopping. When Xiaowen Wang makes an electronic payment, her purchases tell the state a lot about her. Buying cigarettes would count against her. On the other hand, nappies show she's an attentive mother. Beer could indicate alcoholism. She'd be better off buying water. In this pilot city of 8 million people, there are only 18,000 model citizens. For Xiaowen Wang, there are perks to be had, such as paying half price for the bus.
So she get deals on the bus. You know, she gets perks for being a model citizen. So let's go see what happens to the people that are not model citizens.
But people with low scores lose rights. The cinema names and shames people considered untrustworthy, plastering their details, even their addresses, across big screens.
It's a matter of principle. Those people have to be condemned.
Those people aren't honest, so they have to pay the price.
It's only right to pay your debts. You have to blacklist those that don't.
The Supreme Court has created a blacklist for so-called bad citizens, those whose ratings have dropped to 0. On it are companies, but also 23 million people to date. Among them is this journalist Liu Hu. He got a little too close to uncovering corruption among high-profile party members. After being sued for defamation by the subject of a story he'd written, he was blacklisted. He only realized when he tried to buy a train ticket and was told he was banned from traveling.
That tells me I'm still on the blacklist.
Punished.
So basically, even if you have the money to pay for your ticket, as long as you're on this list, let me make sure I'm clear right quick. As long as you're on this blacklist, I don't care if you can pay for the ticket. Your social credit score, if it's low enough, that means you only qualify for it. If you want a plane ticket, if it's low, you only qualify for a bus ticket. A train ticket. If it's low enough, you qualify for a bus ticket. If it's low enough, then you're ineligible to travel until you work on your score. So, I want to go to another video and talk real deep about it. You can definitely check this stuff out. But the simple fact that we're going away from money and it's going to be more controlled. They're trying to control your thoughts. Like imagine the impact this is going to do on dating. Imagine the impact what it's going to do with so much that people are going to be so phony. People are going to not reproduce with people because of their social credit score. Imagine like, oh, well, his score is too low. Even though he's a good person, even though his score could have went low because he was doing something right in the eyes of just the world. But it's just the system is reprogramming people to be bots, in my opinion, to be bots. And imagine when your financial, imagine when universal basic income comes, as UBI, universal basic income, where you will own nothing and be happy. Because as AI and everything else just keep thriving, less jobs going to be available. It just ultimately has to happen. They have to find a system where they can give people money and people will use that money. So here's another thing as well. I want to show you guys, because it's coming this year. And I think I was waiting for it to come last year, but it didn't come. So I'm going to say it's going to come this year. That's what I'm going to say. So here's right here. Facebook Diem, formerly known as Lbry. Okay, what is it? Diem, formerly known as Lbry, is an upcoming global payments network that is expected to launch 2021 and didn't. Okay, so what this is, Facebook is coming out with a cryptocurrency. It's called Facebook Diem. But what it is going to be a stable coin. It's going to be pegged to United States dollar. Just like USDC on Ethereum, just like Tether, it's going to be a pegged dollar. But the dangerous part about it is, by Facebook having the most users on earth, it's going to turn every Facebook account into a wallet, which means Facebook will be the biggest central bank in the entire world, the biggest bank in the world. So imagine Facebook roll this out and say, hey, claim your free $5, your free $10, just to breast adoption, just to allow people to transact on their account. Just show people just that they can make it acceptable at McDonald's. They can make it acceptable everywhere. You thought Dogecoin's going to be acceptable. It's going to be accepted. Imagine when Facebook actually rolls this out. This is CoinMarketCap. This is an actual crypto website. It's going to happen. There's nothing else about it. And this coin is going to be used in the metaverse. This is actual currency. This is the blockchain currency of the future, in my opinion, that's going to unravel. And imagine on Facebook where there's a tab that says jobs, because the lack of jobs is so much that Facebook is going to have jobs for you to do. And they're going to be able to pay you in Facebook Diem. Like, hey, we're going to pay you in Facebook Coin to look at these ads or to copy and share, to rate this product. Like your attention is going to be the job. Giving something your attention. We're living in an attention economy. Data matters. Your views matters. Hit the like button. The shares matters. Hit the like button. Share this video to a friend. If you haven't seen nothing like this. But this is a real thing. This is something that I've been, talked about, painted the picture. But I think it was kind of important for me to go ahead and do this video. I think we're in the midst of something great. The bull run is going to kick back off, in my opinion. Would it last that long? No, it won't. So be ready to take profits. Once you get a nice, maybe 50 to 30x, it's up to you. My opinion on this is that we're heading down a situation that a lot of people are not prepared for. So if you are a young man and you want to change your life, I highly advise you to position yourself properly in certain cryptos. There's nothing wrong with investing in the top cryptos, but for the long hand, I'm looking for short, quick gains right now. So the tokens that I would be most interested in, I'll be interested in Sheep Girlfriend. And if you don't know why, you need to just do some research. But I would be interested in Sheep Girlfriend. I think this token is at $3 million market cap, has the potential to hit billions. You put $1,000 in there, man, you should never be able to go back to the lifestyle you're in. Young man, I'm serious. You put $500 in there, you would never go back to the situation you would be at. I can almost guarantee you by the end of this year, I think this token is going to touch $1 billion. Once it reaches the billions, it's going to stay in the billions because it's just so serious. Now, another token as well, DogeGF. DogeGF is a token that people are frothing at the mouth for. It is at 7. I think this token is going to do well too. There are some red flags, but hey, these guys are trying to bounce back. They're bouncing back pretty heavy. And any minute now, we can just see this token really go, woo, straight to the moon. You feel what I'm saying? So, you want to have a bet, because this is all gambling. Have a bet inside of a low market cap coin. And then the last coin without lease is this coin, Hex. Now, this coin is my, this is like my safety net. This is like if I fuck up the money. You buy the coin, you stake the coins, and you get yield. Their average yield is like 40%. This token is down 70% in the last 7 months. I think this token is due to hit $1 within the next couple months, 3 or 4 months. But at the end of the day, it produced yields. I have stakes for like 5 years, 10 years. So just in case, I'm in a situation or the crypto market doesn't favor me, trading doesn't favor, I got some value in the future that can possibly save my ass. So learn about Hex, buy some Hex, stake some Hex for years and years and years. Like I got one coming every year, every other year. I'm staked out. I need to do another stake actually. And put you some low market cap investments. I'm not too prone for XRP. I know the people are hyping it up, but right now XRP, I don't see it's going to turn $1,000 to $1 million within this year. I highly doubt it. If that's the case, Bitcoin is going to be huge and millions of dollars. Dogecoin is going to be like the whole entire market will have to be on a whole type of different level, which that's possible. But I'm just being realistic, guys. So. I hope you guys find this video very entertaining. I think this society is definitely changing. There's going to be a point that you're not going to own anything and you're going to be happy. It's like, for example, with the driverless cars. I was telling my friends about the cars that drive by itself because he's like, I want to get an electric car. I said, yeah, it's probably cool to get an electric car, but these electric cars have to be, they still have software in them. Every car has software in them, but they have advanced software. Where there's certain cars that have the capability of self-driving, but they just haven't updated the software yet. They have the mechanics in it, but they haven't updated the software yet to allow you to do it yet. So, in my opinion, there's going to be cars that imagine we have a protest or we have a curfew, and all of a sudden it makes your car, because there's scooters in the city I'm at. There's electric scooters, and there's certain areas you cannot go. The scooter would not function. Imagine driving a car where all of a sudden you go to an area, say forbidden area, and you're like, well, I need to go over here. And all of a sudden the car just stops driving because it's connected to the internet. See, that's one of the dangers of this technology. It's limiting people access. With a gas car, you're just gone. It doesn't matter. When the car stops, when it run out of gas or the mechanics break down. And we're going from it's like reverse. It's like we're going from from decentralized to centralized. Because I feel like my lifestyle is sort of decentralized. I can make money on the low. I can, you can be autonomous on the internet. You can be autonomous with your driving. And then we're heading to a time of the fourth industrial revolution where they're going to see everything. They're going to see every transaction on the blockchain. You're going to have personalized wallets. you have mandates. Remember, look what happened with the mandates. Look what happened with the mask situation. It was surreal. So get your bag right, young man, young woman. Get your bag right, and understand that the fourth industrial revolution doesn't care. Technology doesn't care. There was a time where they was fighting with bow and arrows. There was time to fight with swords. Once guns came, I don't give a damn what happened. And then pretty soon, lasers is going to come. So technology will always doesn't care about the past. It doesn't care about you. It's going to keep moving forward all the time. So I just want to paint this picture of just the fourth industrial revolution, because I haven't did one of these videos in a while, because I do videos like this. I do talk about real deep topics and stuff. I'm going to do more videos like this a little bit later to show you some even different things. Like there's technology that they haven't even showed us yet that will completely blow your mind. I'm talking about nanotechnology. I'm talking about, and some of these technologies are very old, but they're like, man, it's really deep. It's really, really deep how this go. But I might do that video for the members. I might do a nice little hour deep dive video for my members. But yeah, crypto is my retirement. You guys have a good day.